It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by DDR Master M.
We've all seen questions for pairings in the fandom everybody's heard of, such as Son Amy, Noxuge, Wispangle, etc. But for this mini, let's throw one out for the obscure pairings, the ones that have been overlooked by the fandom at large. So my question with each pairing here is simple. How might a date between the following pairs go?
Wait, is this entire mini just crack ships?
Yeah? You got a problem with it? I mean, they're not gonna happen.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. All right.
You know, they're not. At least they're not gonna happen. So
don't excuse it.
Whatever.
People are gonna be mad at it no matter what.
They're not gonna happen. But
break the wine bottle on the hull. Let's go.
Fine. Let's start off with this one suggested by Normal Person. Sonic and Sticks.
He's chill, she's not.
Yeah.
She's always suspecting that he's, running around seeing other people, so she's tracking and stalking him all over the world and invariably finds out that no, he's 100% true the entire time. But there will always be the question of, but what about this time?
Yeah, I suppose. All right, and this one is requested by Silly Sarcasm. Knuckles and Blaze?
Stoic and professional.
The whole time?
Very understated, but built up on mutual respect. Lots of long-distance relationship issues because, she's got to go in another dimension to do her job. He's stuck on a rock to do his job, but, they make up for lost time whenever they're together, and if anybody messes with the other one's boo, you are in for a world of trouble.
You're going to get burned or punched or burn punched.
There will be no recognizable remains.
There will be pain, and that's it. That will be the last thing. All right. This one was requested by Morless. Amy and Trip?
Cute. Amy is the bubbly, outgoing one. Trip is the shy, not so much the one. They're an odd couple, but they make it work.
I mean, they were cute in Superstars, so why not? Tikal and Chaos.
I have been on the internet too long.
What?
We're going to fall back on Knuckles and Blaze and say stoic and professional, because Chaos is barely capable of complex emotion and thought.
Yeah.
But Tikal is a nurturing and loving individual. So, there's not a lot of overt romanticism, but there's a deep bond of love and companionship there.
Yeah. And that was also requested by Jara, by the way. And we got a suggestion from Spoiler1001. Sally and post-betrayal Fiona? Why post-betrayal?
To add a little bit of extra spice.
I suppose. I guess because it's funnier.
Man, how did you rationalize that one? Good night.
I don't know.
Maybe, all right. Let me do some stretches here before I perform these mental gymnastics. Going for the gold here. Fiona finally realizes that Scourge is the worst and that, man, she screwed up.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, the only person that treated her fairly and didn't coddle her was Sally. And dang it, she respects that, level-headed honesty, even if it isn't nice all the time. And Sally, I don't know, she likes the rebel in Sonic, and Fiona's very rebellious. Maybe that lights the spark.
Scourge really can bring anyone together. Just not with him. Sally does have a type, although Nicole is very different from that type, to be fair. So, hey, you know what? She's got multiple types. This one was requested by Pale. Omega and Mecha Sonic?
No, they kill each other.
Not this time. One day only.
Okay.
They put aside their differences for one day.
All right. Omega takes aim, decides that Scrapnik Mecha just looks too damn cool to shoot.
Okay, it's a Scrapnik version then.
I mean, if we're going to go with the version, we go with the best version.
True, yeah.
And Mecha says, "Oh, you hate my dad too. That's cool." And they bond over that.
There you go.
And then there's a coding error, and that turns into romance somehow.
Well, I mean, we know Omega's got a thing for Blaze, so it's not too far of a stretch.
I'm just saying, there is a distinction between bromance and romance.
Yeah? What are you saying? What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I like the idea of people being able to be friends, but that's not the theme of this episode.
We have enough friends in media, Ian. Also, the pain and the desperation in your voice. It gives me life.
Get on with it. Get on with
it. Here's one from Banana again. Honey and Tangle.
Okay, they'd be a really fun power couple.
Yes.
Like, Tangle's not really into any designer fashion, but
I don't think it matters.
Honey enjoys the challenge of creating, fashionable athletic wear that Tangle would tolerate. And again, you mess with either one of them, you are in for a pummeling like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, this is wholesome. I like this one. All right. Here's one from Rabbit Haver. This one's going to be a doozy, I think. Shadow and Surge.
I feel like that's the embodiment of every angry anti-romance song from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, I just imagine the sound of barbed wire being played on an electric guitar. Like, that's just it.
Well, I mean, they both hate Sonic, so they can bond over that.
They both agree that the world sucks. And Shadow's like, but don't hurt the innocent, normies. And she's like, yeah, all right, fine. Can we burn down everything else? And he's like, yeah, sure.
Thank you for calling them normies and not nermies.
Oh, no. The nermies are part of the normies. It's just the crowd that's beneath them.
Okay, fine. Oh, man. Here's one from Puppy. Lockett and Luger.
Ew, why?
This is Puppy's thing.
That's not homophobic. That's just they're both gross.
This is Puppy's thing.
You could say Locke and Lorelei. No, ew, Lorelei could do so much better. What are you doing?
Locke and anybody. Locke and life.
Makes you want to hawk a Luger. Just, yeah. Well, I don't know. They get tossed in some dark hole together, and they're happy in the abyss for the rest of their natural lives. They pave over the hole, and now everybody's happy. All right, that's a ship I can get behind. The one that sunk to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
And never to be unearthed again. Never. And we got one last one. This request is from Nate Ray. Amy and Metal Sonic.
Well, what do you think the start of Sonic CD was?
Well, I mean, it was a bit of a
He went to go pick up his date, and they flew off.
It's a bit of a one-sided thing, it seemed like.
She was waiting for him at the end to start a speedway, and then, oh no, it's Sonic who came through the door. That's awkward. Well, they're almost the same shade of blue. I guess she can settle.
You know what? Fine. Amazing.
Are we done? Is that 10?
We're done.
All right. Well, thank you, in principle, to DDR Master M for sponsoring this BumbleKast Mini and everybody else. If you want one of your own, or if you want to sponsor other people's questions for a BumbleKast Mini, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Realize that I'm playing up the distaste for the comedic effect. Calm down. And we'll see you next time on the BumbleKast.